Time once again, people, for some Funko news. And I gotta tell you before I get to the news that Funko really tries to catch me slipping. Literally, as I was getting this video together, all of a sudden new developments came out. New information was dropped and leaked, I guess you could say, as well. And about half of the stories I'm about to share with you, or items about to share with you, are things that came out last minute. So yeah, Funko really tries to catch me slipping. It's kind of funny to me that some of their news gets revealed on like early Saturday morning, but like I said, that's why I try to wait to the last minute to make sure I can give you as much Funko news as possible at one time. So still not a ton this week, but I think there are some interesting things here, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, first of all, the Funko shop, which if you're a collector of Funko Pops or Dorbs and all these different Funko products, you really should be familiar with the Funko shop. At least once a week, they put out an exclusive figure. It's exclusive to their shop. Sometimes it's a variation, sometimes it's a completely new figure, but regardless, at least once a week, usually it's on Wednesday, they will put out an exclusive. But since this is the holidays, they are doing it more often. They did it more often for Halloween. They had at least, I think, three or four different exclusive figures for the week of Halloween, and now they're doing 12 days of Christmas, and there's been 3 days thus far. So on the Funko shop, they have had Stitch dressed as Santa Claus, the Dorbs. They've had Oscar the Grouch, the Super Grover, or excuse me, not Oscar the Grouch. I'm sorry about that. Super Grover. And this was I believe a flocked figure, because there was already a Super Grover before, a flocked figure. And then also a Freddy Funko with a Happy Holidays Christmas present there. And he, of course, has on the Santa hat. So yeah, these are the 3 thus far, but it's going to be daily, at least 12 days. They're calling it 12 days of Christmas, but I think there's probably going to even be more that'll pop up beyond these 12 days. So just check the Funko shop on a daily basis. If you're a hardcore collector, really check it on a daily basis. Usually these announcements go up around noon to 1 p.m. and that's Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, be on the lookout for what's going on the Funko shop. Now, something else that's been sitting on the Funko shop for over a week now is the Yummy Mummy Dorbs ride. Like you saw on the previous screen, a lot of the items on the Funko shop, they can be limited in number, and they'll put the number right on the box. They're doing pretty decent numbers for these figures that are out for the holidays. Some of them are around 10,000 or 5,000. The Yummy Mummy Dorbs ride is only 3,000, but I know it's still available. It's not a lot of people grabbing it up. I know Dorbs aren't hugely popular. I personally think they're really stepping up their game with them, and this one catches my eye because the figure glows in the dark, and then if you take a good look at the ride, the material that it's made of, or the way that they did the vinyl on it, it has that glitter effect to it, like the Doctor Strange Dorbs that I just shared on my channel, and like the Doctor Strange Target exclusive pop that's available. So I think this looks amazing. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that this will still be available about mid-month when I'll have some money for it. So yeah, that one looks great to me. I think they're really stepping up their game with the Dorbs. And there's a lot of love for Dorbs right now, because these Dorbs figures here, they were rumored to be out around Black Friday. I didn't say anything about it on my channel because there were no images, and then I didn't hear anything about them that whole week of Black Friday. But now they are here, and they actually are already popping up in Walmarts. These are all Walmart exclusives. So we have the Batman of Zur and Ra, which a lot of people don't really know what that's all about. They just know that it's a rare figure and they want it. I know the Pop figure is still valued pretty high. I wasn't able to get my hands on that. It never appeared in my Target, but now they do have the Walmart exclusive Dorb, so I would definitely pick that one up if I see it. They also have the Batgirl Dorbs figure, which she seems to be designed off of the old Batman series, and I think that is the logo on the box. So yeah, that's the kind of throwback Batgirl. Then you have these Aladdin figures here. You got Jasmine and what is it, Abu or Apu, whatever that monkey's name is. I'm sorry, I'm not real familiar with these Disney movies. I actually haven't seen that one before, and I'm really curious. I know that some other people wonder about this, why there isn't Aladdin. It's very unusual to do Aladdin figures but not actually have Aladdin, and I don't think they ever did Genie either, or if they did do Genie, then he's definitely vaulted and they haven't done him recently. So that's kind of curious to me. But moving on here, they also had the strawberry shortcake figures as well. I know that when they did the pop figures, they were scented. I don't know if the same is true for these Dorbs or not, but you know, if you're into them, I think they are some pretty cute figures there. So again, like I said, these are already hitting stores, so be on the lookout. And even more love for Dorbs this week, and this one does kind of catch my eye. The Deadpool Dorbs ride, which is the chimichanga truck. The main reason this catches my eye is because the pop ride of the chimichanga truck, I've seen that many times. It's still available in some stores in my area, but when you get a pop ride, you got to consider space. Definitely, they do take up a good amount of space, and I just felt like the chimichanga truck, I'm not into it enough for the space. You know, it's not really so much about the money, but just the space that it would take up. But a Dorbs ride, I could see that. It still wouldn't be something that I would run out and get immediately, but you know, maybe a couple weeks or maybe a couple months from now, and if it's still available and it's still out there, which it probably will be, because again, Dorbs aren't hugely popular, then maybe this would be one that I would pick up. And I do like the addition of the apron on him as well. That's a nice little addition there. Now, one opportunity that Funko is missing, you see it here right in front of you. We need Deadpool on a unicorn. I would love that. I think that would be hilarious and just a great keepsake, you know. So yeah, I would really love if they did Deadpool on a unicorn. That's just my little idea out there, you know. But yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Keeping it moving here, the specialty series. For the specialty series figures, whenever you see that sticker and an image, remember, specialty series, these are figures that go to comic book shops mainly. They go to specialty stores and comic book shops, so check with your local comic shop. This is something I've been stressing for a long time, and even as we speak, I'm running a giveaway, my Power Comics giveaway, to promote a comic book shop. I think we gotta respect the comic book shops and appreciate them, and I'm really glad that Funko has a specialty series going, because it's going to help to bring some business to these stores. So this next announcement here of specialty series, you see that they have the Batgirl figure. I'm not really sure about what the inspiration is for the color design there. I think the mold is one they've already used, but again, this is just a new color design for it. And then they do have the Fallout Dorbs there, which is glow in the dark, and you see it has the sort of skeleton design on it. They call it the adamantium skeleton. They had a pop figure when they did the mystery figures for Fallout. So, and actually some of those boxes are still out there in stores, surprisingly. But yeah, now they'll have the Dorbs as well. So again, if you're interested in these, make sure you check with your local comic shop. That's going to be your best chance. Next up here, King Kong. Of course, this is based on the Skull Island movie that's fast approaching. Kind of an interesting looking movie. I probably would wait for home video, honestly. I don't really typically go to the movies to see, to the theater to see movies of this nature. But the pop figure looks pretty cool, and of course it is a 6-inch figure. That makes sense. Now, if you're like me, when you look at this pop, right away you think, looks kind of familiar, and I know what some people are thinking. Gorilla Grodd came out during the summer. It was a summer convention exclusive, and yes, they do look somewhat similar, but there are differences here. I mean, of course, they could be brothers. Let's be real about that. These figures could be brothers. They do look similar, but I'm really not going to put that on King Kong. I think the King Kong figure looks great, and I do like that he's gripping the helicopter in his hand. That's really cool because it helps to give, some scale for the figure. I think that King Kong, though, is truer to the character than Gorilla Grodd is. Gorilla Grodd looks cool. I just think there's something a little bit off about his design, though. And I have seen a custom of Gorilla Grodd that I think is amazing. Check that out there. And I wish I knew who the artist was for that custom, but that to me is a really cool Gorilla Grodd. Obviously, it's more inspired, though, by the actual comic version as opposed to the TV show Flash. So that's the difference there. So not completely putting down what Funko did, because it is a cool looking figure, but I just like the more comic stylized version there. So again, King Kong, Gorilla Grodd, yes, they do look similar, but not exactly the same. Next up here, this is one of those last minute updates that I saw and was really happy to see this. Hot Topic is getting some more exclusives, including this stealth suit Spider-Man. Keep that in mind, Stealth Suit Spider-Man. That's the name of it. If you're looking it up and trying to find it, that will be the name of it. And obviously there, the green on it looks like it's going to glow in the dark. I hope that image is true to life, that it will glow in that way. And I'm also kind of happy to see that Hot Topic is getting another exclusive Spider-Man. It's been a while. A lot of Marvel exclusives have been going to stores like Walgreens, which is very tough for some people. So I'm really glad that Hot Topic is getting another one. I don't think they've had an exclusive Spider-Man since the red and black one, which did not have great paint jobs. The lines just really weren't done very well. So I think that's why they stopped putting the lines on some Spider-Man figures. But yeah, this one looks pretty solid to me. Then they also have Harry Potter with Hedwig. Harry Potter fans, I hate it for you. It's getting to be so many figures out there, and they do look great, but it's just so many of them. It's starting to feel almost like Star Wars. But I think that one is going to be a must for Harry Potter fans. I mean, Harry Potter with the owl, that just looks great. You know, I'm not even really a fan of the series. I don't dislike the series. I'm just not a fan, but I gotta admit, that's a great looking pop figure. And then they also have Dean from Supernatural. He's holding some sort of knife. I don't really follow that series. I only saw a couple of episodes, so I really don't know the story behind this design and why he's holding that weapon. If you're into the series, though, maybe that makes more sense to you. But just keep in mind, these are all Hot Topic exclusives. No release dates on them specifically. I would just say be on the lookout constantly, because a lot of times when Hot Topic announces something, it's not long after that the figures are available. And another Hot Topic exclusive is the Red Power Ranger. I'm assuming this is a metallic version. That's possibly what makes it exclusive. And yeah, there are a lot of action pose Power Rangers now. I think they had the whole original team now metallic in some way. You can find them somewhere. So yeah, if you're really into Power Rangers, again, Hot Topic is the place to look for this latest edition of the Red Ranger. And we knew that this was coming, people, with the Power Rangers movie on the way. Of course, they are going to do the figures based off of that movie as well. I'm not sure why I didn't see an image of the Pink Ranger. That's a little confusing to me, but I'm assuming that they would do the whole team, and I would hope the villains as well for the movie, but I can't really confirm any of that. And you see that this is just concept artwork there, but I would assume at least as the movie draws a little bit closer that these figures will be out there. I wouldn't be surprised if Funko decides to double dip and they have the common versions of these figures and then they turn around and do metallic as well. I can't really fault them if they do that. It just makes good business sense. So again, you know, like I said, I just can't really fault them for that. It does make sense. And then there are some fans that would gladly, you know, wait out for the metallic ones or get both. Who knows? This is what I'm most excited about, and this is why I saved it for last. John Wick. That first John Wick movie was phenomenal. One of the best action movies in recent years. Absolutely amazing. I think also one of the best performances by Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves can be kind of stilted sometimes as an actor. Just doesn't quite have those dramatic chops all the time. But in this movie, it's like everything just came together perfectly. Great director, great choreography. The story was okay. It's kind of cheesy, but it worked though. And they also had a world developed around this character as well, which I really appreciated. That's why I'm so excited for the sequel. And you see that this figure here is based off the sequel. It does say John Wick Chapter 2. Now, usually I don't worry about chase figures, but in this case, this is a must for me. I'm probably gonna have to talk to some people that I know at certain stores and see if they can help me out. That's something I normally wouldn't do, but I really want this John Wick chase figure. I would like the common as well, because I'm such a big fan of that movie. Like I said, just an awesome movie, and if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It's pretty amazing. So, of course, we are here in the month of December, and I don't know about you all, but 2016 was just a blur. I cannot believe that it's December already, but here we are in December. Of course, Christmas is coming up pretty fast, and I know that everybody has their Christmas list, so I want to actually hear from you all in the comments. You know, are some of these figures that I just shared on your Christmas list, or are there some other figures that I didn't mention that are recent releases that you're looking forward to? You see some of the things here that I'm interested in, and I'm being realistic. I know I cannot get all of this right now. There are some things I'll have to kind of hold off on, but these are just some things that are kind of in my mind. Like I said, the Mummy Dorbs ride, I might need to go ahead and get that one while it's still available on the Funko shop before some people suddenly decide that they do want to pick it up. The Harley Quinn Suicide Squad Q-Fig, I'm kind of overdue on getting that. But, you know, as far as these other things, I may just have to kind of hold off and be reasonable about things, because I do want to look out for other people, because that's what this time of year is really about. It's about giving. So I definitely, even though I can't stretch myself too far, I do want to give what I can, because again, I want to be in that spirit of the holiday. But yeah, again, I want to hear from you all. What's on your Christmas list? And I will say this as well, I have the giveaway going, the Power Comics giveaway, which please make sure you get involved with that if you haven't done so already. But also, I won a giveaway that was run by Clayton Whitehurst recently, and he has made a change with his channel. He's basically kind of stepping back for a moment, and I completely understand why. But I was lucky enough to win his giveaway, and part of his giveaway is to pay it forward to the next person, you know, to choose somebody else to pass something along to. So I'm just saying that, you know, if you comment and you know, let me know some things that you're interested in as far as your Christmas list is concerned. You never know, maybe I'll kind of behind the scenes do a little drawing and to find somebody that I feel that I can pay it forward to. So yeah, just throwing that out there. I'm not going to say any more about it. But thank you all for watching. That's all the Funko news that I have this time for you all. If you learned about anything else that I missed, you know, that's new, please drop it down in the comments to keep people informed, help out the community. And thank you all for watching. Talk to you all again real soon.